Hi, y'all. Welcome to another video. I am getting ready for bed, so I thought I would sit down and start filming. I was just talking out loud, and I'm like, why don't I just sit down and film and do like a rambly hot mess express, get ready for dinner, get ready for bed. I found my JD Glow lip gloss on my chair. All right. I want to do an end of the day, like how did my makeup wear? Because I did it really fast. So I'm wearing Glossier Stretch Concealer, Very Light 4, Auric Glow Lust. I have been back on like the glowy, highlighty train again, and it's been really lovely because I have some lovely highlighting products. I think that's going to be another video. So Glossier Stretch, Auric Glow Lust. What blush? What? Oh, Hope from Rare Beauty. Just a lovely neutral pink. The Natasha Denona High Glam highlighter, and I think I've got a little bit of the Merit, and then I went over that with Opal Glow and Behave. Opal Glow from Bare Minerals and Behave Powder Blush from NARS, because why not? Seriously, why not? More blush. More blush. And then like just the Kosas brow and the very discontinued Tula Signature Glow setting spray. I still have two of these. They've discontinued this because people weren't shaking it hard enough and they were ending up with a large amount of glitter in the bottom. And I'm like, there's a ball in there. There's a ball in there for a reason. And if you look in the bottom, you can see, well, you can't because it's all blown out. But if you look at the bottom of the bottle, there's a big puddle of iridescence. And if you don't shake it up and get that mixed in with the formula, you're going to get down to the bottom and have this like concentrated face of glitter. So I like it. I think it is a beautiful setting mist. I'm going to keep using it until I run out, and then I'll start using something else. And the KVD full sleeve tattoo, no tattoo. Just the KVD full sleeve tubing. That was the word. So let's get a little closer. I have been okay. So the concealer under my eyes actually looks pretty good. It does. My skin's got that lovely glow, like all the way down here where I put the Glow Lust, so I can tell that that's still doing its job. The highlighty is still highlighty. We love that. The brows are still in really good shape. Normally my brows wear off, but that the Kosas brow gel is great. Okay. All right. Where were we? I think we were there. Instead of zooming you in, I have to pull the camera forward and zoom myself in. I am going to clip up plop. Probably should have changed after washing my face, but I wanted to match the thumbnail because reasons. Y'all, if you could see my desk, it is a bloody mess. And I'm starting to get like autism overwhelm. Like it's starting to make me really it's starting to make I'm getting like autism overwhelm. It's starting to make me feel itchy. Does anybody else who has autism deal with that. When things don't feel right, I get like itchy and jumpy, and I am on a dupe hunt. We will have a video about that coming up once I find the dupe. All right. So what's going on? I'm gonna do my skincare and get ready for bed. I thought I'd just chat and chat. Yeah. So I have been on a mission to get myself back into spaces with more creators, creative, artistic people. I sew. I am a sewist, a quilter. I make bags. The making bags is one of my favorite things in the world to do, because if you give someone a bag, it's always going to fit. You don't have to worry about fitting a three-dimensional form, and I like that. I have a thing about three-dimensional forms that aren't like squares or rectangles. Things that have to be like my body naturally tilts to the left because I have a 32-degree scoliotic curve. I've been wanting to have something like a corset or a pair of stays, which are much more utilitarian instead of like decorative. I want something that's going to hold me up straight and help support this curve in my back rather than walking around like this the rest of my life. If I can even walk the rest of my I have been using a retinol, so I'm just yeah. I have to be somewhere at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm like, am I going to be able to get up and wash my face and get dressed and maybe put on some makeup and grab my watercolor supplies, because it's a watercolor and acrylic class. So that goes back to like getting into creative spaces. It's just through my local Parks and Rec, but it's free. And I'm so excited. I never got to take any classes in drawing or painting when I was in college because I was a photography and journalism major. I crossed my left leg over my right leg. It feels weird, but my body automatically like balances itself out. So I have been noticing when I have been editing that this white spot is just bam, really brilliant. I don't know, what I might do is like gray wash this. I don't remember what it's made of, but you know, I can stick it in a dye bath and tone down the reds and the whites and make them look not so brilliant, but still keep the floral movement, which I really like. I don't know. If you have opinions, Maria, I'm talking to you, let me know. I think gray washing would be beautiful on this, but I do really like the color. I like the blue. I like the blue. But yeah, all of these white spots, maybe I could just do like an overlay of like a medium blue, tone that white down, but keep some of the blue. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But so again, getting back to creative endeavors, I am so close to finishing a quilt that has been in process for 16 months. I started it last summer and it just took me forever and ever and ever because I deal with chronic pain, and over the winter I was dealing with chronic pain, seasonal depression, and my thyroid went hardcore out of whack. I am I am just I'm finally on the right dose of medication, and like I'm feeling better. And as we go into fall, this is the time of year that my energy level kicks through the roof because I am a Scorpio. I dig the dark. I dig the chilly, like those cool, wet, rainy days. I revel in those days. I enjoy them so bloody much. And I'm those are days that I find myself being the most productive around my home. Lately, what is this the lid to? Oh, this. Oh, this is the, guess I should tell you what I'm using. This is the Make Beauty Fermented Rice Essence. And what else did I use? Oh, the CosRX Propolis. I don't know if y'all can see the name. It's the propolis extract. I'll link it down below. It's a really nice serum if your skin is dry. It's actually got some tack to it. I think I just talked about this in my skincare video. But yeah, so I have 3 sewing machines. So for this specific quilt, I was using my home singer because it had the extra decorative stitches that I wanted for this particular piece. And it was down for a while. And while I was using that machine, I had my other 2 machines tucked away against the back of my sewing table. And my cats were walking all over them. Oh my God, my cats. Every time they walked over my machine, I was like, oh no, why? I don't like it. But now that machine is back front and center, and the singer has been put away. It's covered with a dust cloth, and it's been put on the shelf where it used to live. And I pulled out my brother sewing machine, which is a large throat. Like, I'll post a photo of it. It's a big machine and I love it. But it's a straight stitch machine, meaning it only goes forward and backward. So you don't have any of the side to side business because it is designed for quilting, which only ever uses straight stitch. And then when I quilt my quilts, so like you make the top, and that's called piecing. So you take your squares and you put those together and you keep sewing those together until you've got a top. And some patterns are a lot more intricate than others. And some are just easy and simple and fun. I find myself going somewhere in the middle. But yeah, all you ever need on most quilts is a straight stitch, unless it's like applique, which is a whole nother beast. I want to learn applique. I learned reverse applique. So applique is when you take an image and you sew it or press it onto something else. So instead of being pieced into it, it's put down. So you've got another layer of fabric underneath. Whereas if you're piecing it, you're cutting all of those corners, and it's a thing. I have a project that I'm choosing to do. I'm choosing to make it because for somebody, for a gift. They don't know it's coming. And I have really had to limit the number of gifts I give this person because I always see things. I'm like, I should make this for them, but they don't return the effort. Like, I'm not saying I need homemade gifts, but like, stay in touch. But anyway, I'm deciding to make this person this very complex piece. And I will be interested to see how it comes out because it's using a method that is quite difficult. And I don't know if it's going to break me. And I think that is why I chose to do the piece that I'm doing. I have to be vague about it because I don't know if they've found my channel or not. I mean, I think I'm averaging like 50 views per video, which, oh no, I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for y'all are here. But, you know, I haven't been terribly open about this channel with like my family because it's just not something they would dig. It's not something they would appreciate. Okay. Oh, hail the holy zip patch. I am so tired of zip patches, y'all. I am so tired of them. These are the Hero XL Blemish. These don't stay on. They don't actually make contact with the zit. Like, you put them on and you press it into the skin and it's horribly painful because these have these little pokey, they're like pushing sandpaper hard grit sandpaper into your very painful cystic zits, and they don't work. I wake up with like, okay, there's a little bit of redness reduced, but as far as using like these guys, these are the little ones. I would rather use 3 or 4 of these to make sure they actually get on the zit than not get on the zit. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I started using an enlarging mirror. So right here, it's in the bottom corner of my mirror. Like my mirror is quite large. That's my mirror. Where are you? That's the light. That's you. Hey. Okay. So I've started using that enlarging disc at the bottom of my mirror for a lot of things. And one of the things I really noticed it helping with is brushing my teeth. Like I can get in there and see all of the plaque between my teeth, and I'm like, okay, I'll just floss that out. And all of a sudden, like my teeth feel better. But I also use it for these zits. So I just put all that skincare on. I am going to take, this is just a Q-tip with some, this is micellar water, just in an old spray bottle. And honestly, that little trick has just, it's so easy. And then I usually have some left in the bottle, but I think that's the end of the bottle that I had. But if you're somebody who needs to be thrifty with stuff like micellar water, like that's a huge, that's, I mean, you're using a Q-tip, so I don't know how much the money balances. I can't remember. There is an Israeli folk dance, and I believe it's called Turkish Kiss. Friends of mine that I used to dance with back when I was able to dance, perform it at a festival this summer. And then a month or 2 later, we have a much smaller festival, and I tend to see a lot of people there, and they will dance at the second festival. I didn't see them at the first festival. And then I realized when I got to the second one that it was a smaller festival this year. That group wasn't performing. And I was so sad. I got so sad because the woman who runs this dance group is just an incredible human being. It's like she is like the Energizer Rabbit. She just has been around forever. She dances, she teaches, and knowing her, she is an amazing teacher. But I missed seeing them dance this year. And so my brain is trying to remember my favorite dance. And I think it's called Turkish Kiss. If I can find it, I'll post a link. But yeah, it just, I don't know why I started thinking about it. I'm stoned and I'm tired and I'm hurting and I'm jabbing a zip pack. Oh man, that little white underneath hurts. I got this tiny little whitehead right there. And I don't know why. So the first one we called Fred, and then the second one was Fred Jr. Fred was almost dead. Junior popped up to avenge his father. And Fred the third was like, I want to come too. This is where my brain goes at night. This is where my brain goes. All right, one more, maybe 2 more. I don't know. We'll see. Of course, these guys are just far enough apart that one of these little stickery doodads won't cover it. Oh, I was saying about the mirror. The mirror has also really helped me with placing acne spots. I know it doesn't show from my face because they keep popping up, And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with acne. It's just I'd rather not have to deal with it because I'm such a princess about my skin. You know, I have some disabilities, I have some health issues, but the one thing I've never had problems with up until recently was my skin. Like I never had acne as a teenager. I just didn't have oily skin. My skin got drier as I got older, but I was also more aware of it. But all I would use is like this Neutrogena face lotion that had an SPF in it, and it was like $12 at the local Kroger or CVS. And it wasn't until like my mid 30s that I really started taking care of my skin. And I'm glad I did because it might have just gone all to hell. Yeah, I've always been told that I look younger than I am. And I got my mom's genes in that spot. All right, those guys are on. What am I going to do with my hair while I sleep? Do I want to braid it? No, I don't want to braid it. I've got two big, excuse you, two of these big clips. I will just pop it up into a nice little roll and it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm using, these are ridiculously expensive. These are the peach slices microdart. But the hero patches are even more. Like the hero patches are like $15 for 8. These are $10 for 9. And you're looking at that and you're like, why doesn't make it make sense? Why is it like that? So yeah, I think these are the hero patches. I bought a box on Amazon, but I also have today purchased these. So these are the peach slices. I don't know where this brand came from, but a couple years ago when I started dealing with cystic acne, their microdart patches jumped off the shelf and into my shopping cart one day. And I was like, oh my God, what are these? Because they are brilliant. I should probably eat this yogurt that's been sitting here since this afternoon. This is the Icelandic Provisions oat milk. I don't know what SKYR means, but this is a mango passion fruit. My sister-in-law is like just an amazing pastry chef. I am very proud to have her as my sister-in-law. She's a good addition to the family. And their wedding cake was raspberry, passion fruit, and coconut. And I couldn't have the actual cake. I got like cupcakes because I'm celiac and needed gluten-free cake because I'm special. Anyway, the cupcakes were amazing. That passion fruit, just there was this stripe of like passion fruit jam right through the middle of the cake. Oh my God, it was so good. I just brushed my teeth. I can't eat anymore. That is what I'm telling myself is I cannot eat after I brush my teeth. Even though like I get, I go out and have a evening constitutional marijuana, and that's usually around 7 or 8 o'clock. And so it's this time of night that like the munchies start to hit. And I'm just like, oh, I want something to eat. But I have told myself now, like with my teeth showing all kinds of plaque, I don't want to eat after I've brushed my teeth. I have to keep just pressing these. Part of it is because I've already put on my skincare. But if I put my skincare on and then put these over, it leaks into the edges and then they pop off. So, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to take my makeup off
dry my face, stick these guys on, let them sit for half an hour, and then put on my skincare? No, that is not how I am programmed. No. I mean, I probably could. I find things to do that take time, but not intentionally. It's just the ADHD. It's the feral chaos goblin. All right. I think those guys are on. I'm gonna let them sit for a minute or two and twist my hair up, and then we're gonna end the video. I hope I finished all my thoughts. I have been noticing that with my rambly style of speaking and no one to be like, hey, 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 come back to us. You stopped halfway through that story. So I hope I finished all of my stories. So I'm just gonna like finger comb my hair back. I don't really comb my hair unless I need to, and then I use a wide tooth comb. Actually, it is kind of tangled and knotted in the back. As of, I don't know, this time last year, I have become really, really aware of taking care of my hair. Like I have stopped conditioning it in the shower and I just use spray-ins. Again, I probably talked about that in my like skincare, hair care, body care I keep repurchasing. But it just makes my hair do so much more of what I want it to do. I bought my mom that thickening spray for Mother's Day. And she looks at me the other day. She's like, I think this is making my hair thicker. And I'm like, no. Ugh, my mom is almost 70 years old and went straight from family life to family life, married to my dad. So she's never really had the opportunity to take care of herself. And even if that means like taking a minute, washing your face, putting on some sunscreen for the day, like just make yourself have a transition. Like that's really my big thing is I could stay in bed all day. I could. I have. I probably will again. And this is non like illness, surgery, pain related. This is just like I'm tired and I don't want to face the world. If I stay in bed all day, then I feel like crap that night and I don't sleep. And then I wake up the next day having not slept well and the cycle continues. So every day, regardless of how I feel, I get out of bed, I make my bed, I change my clothes. So I change out of what I slept in, usually into like a tank top and a pair of PJ pants, unless I have to leave the house. And I go downstairs and I get myself caffeine, whether it's making a chai latte or making a cup of tea. I've been really loving boba lately. Like I stopped and got a honeydew boba, and oh my goodness, it was so refreshing because it was like an 80, 90 degree day. Or there's why? Why are you doing this? Is it because I combed you or because I don't know how to take care of my own hair? I should not be allowed near my own hair. That's it. I'm just all right. I'm gonna twist it a little bit loosely, but try and keep it at the base. There we go. I absolutely adore these gigantic hairpins. I cannot remember where I got them, but they are fantastic. They're for hair that's a lot thicker than mine. There are times where my hair is that thick. If I haven't washed it in a while and it's gotten really big and poofy because I haven't combed it, because I like the poofiness sometimes. Did I just put those in going the same direction? I did. You need to put them in going in an X so that they'll like hold the entire, there we go. So they're going like that through the bun.
All right, y'all. I think that is enough of my tired, hurting, hot mess express rambling. I already decided that's what I'm calling this video, is Hot Mess Express. So if you joined me and stayed for the entire video, thank you. Your patience, your attention, all of that. Leave me your rambly comments down below. I hope you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of each other. I will see you all in my next one, friends. Bye. Hot Mess Express. Yes, queen. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Okay. Stop dancing around, you fool. Come on.